Across America, drivers are once again seeing higher prices at the pump, and the timing is creating fresh concern for millions of households already watching inflation closely. As fuel costs move higher in many parts of the country, economists say this could become one of the biggest factors influencing the next major inflation report in the Federal Reserve's upcoming decisions. National average gasoline prices are now moving above $4 per gallon in several regions, with some states seeing even sharper increases depending on local supply conditions and transportation costs. For many American families, that means another direct hit to weekly budgets, especially for commuters, delivery workers, and small businesses that rely heavily on transportation every day. The latest increase comes at a sensitive moment for the broader U.S. economy. Inflation has already remained above the Federal Reserve's 2% target, and officials have repeatedly warned that energy costs can quickly affect overall price stability. Even when food and housing costs begin to cool, gasoline often creates immediate pressure because it influences transportation, shipping, and consumer spending nationwide. Higher fuel prices also arrive just as fresh labor market data shows the economy sending mixed signals. Weekly jobless claims recently rose to 219,000. While the most recent monthly jobs report still showed solid hiring. That combination suggests that while employment remains stable, households may still face more pressure from everyday costs. For drivers across the United States, fuel prices often shape how people spend money elsewhere. When gasoline rises, many families cut back on discretionary purchases, delay travel plans, or reduce spending in other areas. That can eventually affect retail sales, consumer confidence, and local business activity. Energy analysts say global market uncertainty has also contributed to recent price pressure. Oil markets remain sensitive to supply concerns, shipping risks, and geopolitical tensions that can quickly affect crude prices worldwide. Even small disruptions often reach American gas stations within days. The Federal Reserve is now watching inflation data very closely because energy prices can complicate future rate decisions. If inflation remains elevated, policymakers may decide to keep interest rates higher for longer, even if parts of the labor market begin to cool. That creates a difficult balance. Lower inflation would normally support future rate cuts, but rising gasoline costs can delay that process and keep borrowing costs elevated for households and businesses across the country. For now, Americans are watching two numbers very closely: fuel prices at local gas stations and the next major inflation report. Both could play a major role in shaping economic expectations during the weeks ahead. As fuel costs continue moving higher, the question for many families is simple: how much more pressure can household budgets absorb before spending patterns begin to change across America?